Hey everybody, this is Mr. Lima. How are you guys? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? I hope you guys can. Guys, as I said, this is Mr. Lima. Welcome to our conversation class. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everyone. 8th grade. Please open your books on page 82. We are going to start the correction of our homework. Então, por favor, oitavo ano, abram os livros de vocês de conversation na página 82, page 82. First of all, we're going to listen and read the conversation and circle the correct option. Okay, first of all, let's listen to the audio and read the conversation. Let's do that. Primeira questão, página 82. Vamos lá.
Unit 7, Lesson 4, Track 56. 1.
Wow, what's going on with Nick?
He's over the moon. He got accepted to MIT.
The Massachusetts Institute of Technology? Are you kidding? That's the college he wanted to go to.
I know.
Well, I'm over the moon too. I can't believe it. He wants to be an aeronautical engineer, and MIT is the best school for that.
Let's go out to dinner tonight to celebrate.
2.
Oh no, it's raining. This is terrible.
Come on, Maggie. Look on the sunny side.
Are you crazy? It's raining. We can't have a picnic. What's the sunny side?
I'm here with you.
3.
Hey, Gavin, I'm selling my bike. Are you interested?
I don't know. How much is it?
$250. Super cheap.
$250? Super cheap? Are you living on another planet?
What do you mean? It's a great bike.
Maybe it was a great bike, but it doesn't look so great now. How about $50?
Okay, so let's listen. We have listened already. So let's now circle the correct option. So 1, we have what does be over the moon mean? Over the moon, be means be extremely happy, be extremely happy. All right. 2, what does sunny side means? Sunny side, we have listened the word sunny side here. So what does it mean? Try to be happy even in a difficult situation. Be sunny side. And 3, what does living on another planet mean? So you guys go to alternative C and circle that. Alternative C, not paying attention to things around you, not being aware of reality, being out of reality. Okay, so another being living in another planet. Okay, so let's go to another page 83. Now page 83. Okay, listen and answer the questions. Now let's listen audio 53. Escutar esses áudios, mesmo que eu passar em casa, vocês podem ter acesso a esses áudios com o CD de vocês, colocando a câmera de vocês no QR Code, vocês têm acesso, acessando ao link que é gerado. Se vocês cadastrarem o livro, o código de vocês, código digital, que tem na capa, atrás da capa de vocês, o código alfanumérico, na plataforma Stand For, da plataforma FTD da editora, vocês têm acesso a todos esses recursos, aos vídeos, aos jogos, ao livro digital que o livro e a editora de vocês oferecem, inclusive aos áudios. Então vamos lá, áudio 57.
Unit 7, Lesson 4, Track 57.
What's up, Mario? You look worried.
I don't know. I'm looking at job options. I don't know what I should study in college.
What do you want to be?
I want to be a doctor, but it's so hard. There is so much science.
Come on, reach for the stars. Science isn't easy, but if you work hard, you can do it.
Do you think so?
You'll have to work hard, but you'll be a great doctor.
Okay, then. I'm going to study medicine and be the best doctor in the world.
Okay, so according to the audio you just listened, why Mario is so worried? Why is he worried? He's worried because he doesn't know what to study in college. Question two. What does he want to be? He wants to be a doctor. C. He wants to be a doctor. 3. What does reach for the stars mean? What does reach for the stars mean? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Actually, A. It means be ambitious and try hard things. All right, hard things. 3. Listen and practice. 3. Listen and practice. Let's go. Let's listen the audio first, and then we gotta practice a little bit, all right?
Unit 7, Lesson 4, Track 58.
He's over the moon. He got accepted to MIT. Look on the sunny side. Are you living on another planet? Come on, reach for the stars.
Okay. So we have, he's over the moon. He got accepted on MIT. Repeat, please. Next, look on the sunny side. Repeat. Then we have, are you living on another planet? Are you living on another planet? Repeat, please. And lastly, we have, come on, reach for the stars. All right. All 4, you guys should read this fragment here, this piece of text. Then write about the situation using one of the expressions from activity 3. Okay, so you gotta use some of those expressions, 1, 2, 3, or 4. After read this fragment, use some of those expressions in a situation, on the writing, in a situation you have passed. Ok, então vocês vão ler e vão escrever, fazer uma produção textual usando um desses fragmentos, uma dessas expressões de texto aqui, uma dessas expressões de vocabulário que a gente acabou de ver. Over the moon, sunny side, look to the sunny side, living on another planet, ou reach for the stars. Então, vocês vão tentar usar. Quem já fez, muito bem. Parabéns. 83. Então, assim a gente finaliza o 83. Temos só uma pequena parte aqui para a gente praticar, que é I wanted to see my cousin last summer. They come to my city to visit us. I was over the moon. Então, esse é um fragmento que eu quero que vocês pratiquem também. Vamos lá, vamos para a página seguinte. Next page, 139. Vamos para a página 139. Let's go. 139. Look at the definition of USSR and complete the sentence. So the exercise is you have to look, pay attention on this, read, and answer the questions after you comprehend of what is saying here. All right. So we have USSR, a former communist country in Western Europe and Northern Asia, established in 1922, included Russia and 14 other Soviet socialist republics, Ukraine and Belarus, and others. officially dissolved 31 December 1991. So USSR, a former communist country. Okay, 1. The USSR included. What included the USSR? Tell me. Included Russia and 14 other Soviet Socialist Republic. Russia, so put Russia here. Okay, então coloquem Rússia aí. 12. The USSR ended or was dissolved in 1991. 1991. 2. Read the historical text about different countries exploring space. Okay, let's read that and then answer T for true or F for false. Let's go. The American Space Program, NASA, sent the first man to the moon, but other countries contributed to modern space exploration too. The Germans in World War II, for example, developed the V2 rocket, which was the first man-made object to leave the Earth's atmosphere and cross into space. The USSR's space program also did many interesting things before NASA. For example, in 1957, the USSR launched the Sputnik satellite, the first object to orbit the Earth. And in 1961, Soviet cosmonaut, a Soviet-Russian astronaut named Yuri Gagarin orbited Earth once. In the next 2 years, 5 more cosmonauts went to space, including Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman in space. In 1965, the cosmonaut Alexei Leonov performed the first spacewalk. He stayed 12 minutes outside his spaceship. In 1966, the USSR started having serious problems with their spaceships, and the Americans landed on the moon first in 1969. The USSR and NASA worked hard to explore space, but they worked independently. Their competition was called the space race. In 1975, they started working together. The International Space Station, ISS, which both the Russians and the USA built, is a good example of this new partnership. Okay, so here we are discussing a little bit on how different countries like USA and the former country, the former structure of Russia, the former layout of Russia, called USSR, they run to conquer the space environment. Okay, so we had many people who tried to conquer those places, the moon, the atmosphere, and like Alexei Leonov, the first Yuri Gagarin, but they had some problems. The Russians had some problems. The USSR had some problems in their spaceships, which causes the moon being conquered by the US astronauts. And we learned a new word called cosmonauts. Cosmonauts are the astronauts from the USSR. And we learned that they worked independently at some point, but after many years working separately, they built all together ISS, called International Space Station, which have been working until nowadays. It's a new example, it's a good example of this new partnership. So let's try to answer question 3. Question 3 asks us, the USA was the only country that explored space? The USA actually. False. Wrong. We have also Russians and Germans, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, no, wasn't the only ones. 2, the USSR launched a satellite in 1957. True, that's true. The first man to orbit the Earth was in the Sputnik 1957. That's false. So put false here. Russians and Americans built the ISS together. That's true. They built it together, and I guess it's still working nowadays. 5, Valentina Tereshkova was the first person to perform a spacewalk. False. She was the first woman to travel out of the Earth. 6, the space race was a good example of the USSR and the NASA working together. So that's false. They work independently, but after long years of space race, they built a ISS, International Space Station, right? So they have a station out of the Earth, right? Okay, so we are on page 139. Let's go back to page 84. Okay, on page 84, we have text to read, 84 and 85. A second. On page 84, let me zoom in a little bit. Answer the questions, then talk to your classmates. How often do you look at night sky? Do you know the names of all the planets? So you can answer that. It's personal. All right. 2, read about Mars. People call Mars the red planet. It is the 4th planet from the sun. Orbiting at a distance of 2027 million kilometers, Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Scientists discovered that in 1877, Mars has the highest mountain in the whole solar system. It's called Olympus Mons. It's a huge volcano about 27 kilometers high. That's much taller than Mount Everest. There are also some very deep valleys on Mars. The Valles Marineris is up to 10 kilometers deep because it is farther from Sun. Mars is very cold, much colder than Earth. The surface is very dry and rocky, but scientists think that there is water underground. Some scientists believe that there was life on Mars, but we don't know this for sure. Galileo was the first person to look at Mars through a telescope. Hundreds of years later, in the 1960s, people started sending spacecrafts to Mars. So we have a rover that walks all over the Mars planet. It's called the Mars Curiosity rover, very famous. In 2003, NASA or NASA sent 2 exploration rovers to Mars to do scientific experiments. In 2011, another rover, Curiosity, began its mission. One day, people may travel to Mars on a one-way trip with the Mars One colony project. This is a very exciting time for Mars exploration, with many new missions planned for 2020. Now, let's complete the table, okay? Table asks the number of planets between Mars and the Sun. Now, let's try to count. We have 3. The highest mountain on Mars. What's the highest mountain on Mars? We have Olympus Mons. Okay? And the deepest valleys on Mars are Valles Marineris. All right? 4. The first look at Mars through a telescope was Galileo. 5. The Mars rover that launched in 2011 was Curiosity. So put Curiosity here. 6. The project that wants to send people to Mars, we call Mars One. Então, lembrando, Olympus Mons, Valles Marineris, Galileo, Curiosity e Mars One. Então, acabamos a correção das atividades de casa. Lembrando agora, para a classe, páginas 86 e 87. Vamos lá, mãos à obra. 86 e 87. Eu vou dar um tempinho para vocês tentarem finalizar. Apenas essas 2 páginas. Vamos escutar o áudio que falam sobre School Life, vida escolar, vida acadêmica. Vocabulários aqui temos Library, Classroom, Hallway, Locker, Science Lab, Main Office, Auditorium, Cafeteria and Gym. Vamos lá. Mãos à obra. Vou dar um tempinho para vocês finalizarem. Já já eu volto para a gente corrigir. Okay, I'm back. Let's listen and practice the vocabulary section. Okay, let's go on. Então, estamos tratando aqui dessa primeira parte. Vamos lá, escutar e depois praticar.
Unit 8, Lesson 1, Track 59.
Library, classroom, hallway, lockers, science lab, auditorium, cafeteria, gym, main office.
Okay, perfect. So we have here library, classroom, library, classroom, hallway, lockers, science lab, auditorium, cafeteria, gym, and main office. Okay, so 2, you should read and write the words, then listen and check. So let's write them here. So 1, please put hallway. If you haven't put there, please put hallway there. On 2, please put lockers. Lockers on 2. Lockers. 3, please fill with classroom. Classroom. On 4, library. Library. On 5, science lab. Science lab. On 6, gym. Gym. 7, auditorium. Auditorium. 8, cafeteria. And finally 9, main office. Okay. Okay, let's read and check if we have done correctly. Okay, I will share another screen to you. And you guys will check if you guys have done it right. Let me share. Yes, I'm sharing the right screen. Let's listen to the audio. Please pay attention to the text.
Unit 8, Lesson 1, Track 60.
I am the principal of Pine Road Middle School. When I was younger, I was a student at Pine Road. After I graduated from college, I started to work as a teacher here. Some things are different now, but it's still a very good school, and most of the places are the same. I have happy memories of the time I spent at Pine Road. Every day was busy and fun. My favorite place was the long hallway. That's where we met our friends in the morning. It was always noisy and exciting. We kept our books, backpacks, and coats in the lockers there. Every class had its own classroom. Classes were bigger in those days. I loved reading, and I often went to the library. Nowadays, there are computers in the library too, but when I was at Pine Road, there weren't any computers or cell phones. There was a science lab where we did chemistry experiments, and a gym where we played basketball and had our PE classes. School plays and assemblies took place in the big auditorium. It was big enough for every student to sit there. We had our lunch in the cafeteria. The teachers and the principal were usually in the main office, working and talking to students and parents. That's where my office is now.
Okay, awesome. So guys, please now, let's go and try to do question number 3. Match the symbols with the sentence, then write the names of the place. So here we have 1E, auditorium. 2, D, science lab. Science lab, D. 3, F, então 3F, cafeteria. 4A, gym. 5B, library. 6C, lockers. Ok? Então, aqui são relacionados a essas frases aqui, ó. A, we exercise. B, students come. C, this is where we keep. D, this is where we do science. The students come here. We come here for lunch. Então, essas sentenças estão relacionadas a essas regiões, essas salas, esses locais que pertencem à escola. E aqui abaixo, eu acabei de pronunciar, acabei de falar também o nome dos locais e em cima as letrinhas, ok? Em que estamos falando aqui relacionados a essas sentenças. Então, só para mostrar para vocês como ficou. Ficou assim. Let me see if it's sharing or not. Yes, it is. So, E, auditorium. D, science lab. F, cafeteria. A, gym. D, library. And C, lockers. Ok, gente? Assim a gente finaliza a nossa aula de hoje. Lembrando para vocês que para casa, vocês têm páginas 140, 80 e 89, 140, 80, deixa eu só ver, desculpa, 140, 88 e 89, ok? 140, 88 e 89, 140, 88 and 89. Okay, I'll see you next class. Bye, Kai. Bye, guys. See you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day and enjoy your week.